Hello students, this is lesson 2 this week on probability from two-way tables. Now to access this lesson you're going to need the following equipment. You'll need a pen and paper, a pencil and ruler for drawing the tables, and that is it. The lesson objective today is to be able to create and interpret a two-way table involving probability. So yesterday we covered what two-way tables are and how they can be read. Additionally, when you're working with probability in two-way tables, you need to be clear on what the denominator of the answer is. This is normally the thing that trips people up. So it'll make most sense really with an example. So we'll take a look straight away at an example and I'll show you what I mean by this. Okay. So here is a two-way table which shows the distribution of members of an audience at a play. So as you'll be aware from your studies in English, there are different places you can sit in a traditional theatre. There are stalls, circle and balcony. And in this case, there are two types of ticket or two types of audience member. You've got adults and you've got children. Okay. So the first thing is to complete the two-way table. Now that you can do using what we learned yesterday. So it's really about working out the totals or what's missing. So very simply then, we'll start with this total here. It has to be 77 because 36 had 41. Next one, I think this balcony here we can work out. 112, take away these two, gives us 37, and so on. So that's part A done, complete the two-way table. Now part B, what is the probability that a randomly chosen audience member, this is really important, randomly chosen audience member is an adult and is seated on the balcony? So what is the chance I pick someone who is an adult who is sitting at the balcony? Okay, so to work that out, we will look at the balcony section. How many are adults sitting at the balcony? Well, there's only these, 37. And it's 37 out of, and this is the bit that I was talking about earlier, being clear on what the denominator is. Did I choose somebody randomly? Did I choose somebody who was an adult? Did I choose somebody who was sitting on the balcony? Well, it says, what is the probability a randomly chosen audience member? So it could have been any of the 205. So the answer to part B is 37 out of 205. Okay? Now for part C, what is the probability that a randomly chosen audience member is a child seated in the circle? So again, child, circle, that's 21. Now what's the probability, what's the denominator? Again, I've chosen randomly, so it's out of the total. 21, also out of 205. This last one, part D, is slightly different. What's the probability that a randomly chosen child is sitting in the stalls? So we're looking at the children as our denominator. So what's the probability a randomly chosen child is sitting in the stalls? So how many children altogether are there? 93. And how many of those are sitting in the stalls? The answer is 41. So 41 out of 93 is the answer for this one. Okay, so here is one for you to try yourselves. Please pause the video, and when you're ready to see the answers, press play. Have a go now. Okay, so reading the question thoroughly. In a supermarket survey, 30 men and 30 women were asked whether they preferred orange juice or grapefruit juice. So we've already got our two variables. We've got men and women, and we've got orange juice, grapefruit juice. And then it gives us a bit of information. 22 men prefer orange, 12 women prefer grapefruit. Because you know that there were 30 men, then that must mean that 8 preferred grapefruit. 30 women, take away 12. That must mean that 18 preferred orange for them. So that's what the table should look like. So we've got 22 and 8, 18 and 12. Altogether, I've got 40 orange juice fans and 20 grapefruit juice fans. Now the next part of the question, part B, how many people liked orange juice best? So that's just a straightforward interpreting question. That sort of, touches on what we did last lesson. How many people like orange juice? Well, people, that means men and women, that's 40. So the answer to part B is 40. I'll just write that. So the answer to part B is 40 people in total. And then for part C, a woman is chosen at random. This is important because it's a woman. That means the denominator I already know is going to be 30 because it said a woman is chosen at random. What is the probability that this woman prefers orange juice? So I'm looking at the women that like orange juice, that's 18, out of the women altogether, that's 30. So my answer then for part C is 18 out of 30. Okay, here is the main task for today's lesson. There are three bits to the task. First bit, which everybody is going to do, whatever set you're in, is click on the link. It's also on the class charts assignment. If you just click on that link, it will take you straight there. Alternatively, if you want to, for whatever reason, you can type this in because I know it's a video, you can't click that, but that's the link. So that will take you to a game which you need to play. When you've completed that, you're going to take a picture of your high score, your top score at the end, and upload that onto class charts. And then again, regardless of what set you're in, you're going to try question 2 as well, the orange question here, which is a two-way table question mixed with a bit of probability. And finally, if you are in set 1, then I want you also to do the third question. So set 1, do all three of these. Set 2, we'll just do the red and the amber questions. Okay? So you should be uploading those pictures onto class charts to complete this work. Thank you very much.